So,
I see people in relationships here. That's nice. I'm in one myself. It's been about 1 year and 4 months. It's great. I'm lucky because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. But it's my first really serious relationship, and you really have to make observations and learn how to deal with things to like make sure the relationship keeps going. Basically, I came to the realization that nothing I'll ever say or do is right, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. But you really do have to learn things, especially I'm dating interracially for the first time. Yeah. Thank you. I had a plan the entire time. No. But it's crazy because you find yourself, you're making observations about like the way the other person interacts when you're in a relationship, and a lot of you find yourself invalidating a lot of stereotypes, and both people are doing it. Like honestly, I've never had somebody come into my house and been excited to see washcloths in the shower. Some of you don't know. People think white people don't use washcloths. It's a thing apparently. But it really came to a head. Like you find yourself in situations you never expected to be in. Like I was never the only white guy in a room before, and the first time that happened, I was invited to go to church with the family, which is at the top of my list of things I want to do with people that I'm having sex with. But I wasn't that worried. Like I had met the family, they liked me, and I grew up Catholic, so church doesn't scare me. What the fuck else can the church say to me at this point? I already hate myself. What do they got for me? But what I wasn't told was that this church, it's a nice Baptist church in a nice town called Linden, New Jersey. So if you were there when I walked in on Sunday morning, you really didn't have to know me to spot me in the crowd. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, the service was fine. Like, it was kind of refreshing. Baptist God seems less upset with me personally than Catholic God does. But it really came to a head in the middle of the pastor. He's standing up there. He goes, you know, I'm looking around. I see a lot of new faces this morning. Oh, what the fuck could have given him that idea, right? But he says, you know, we always try to welcome visitors. And so if you're new this morning, I'd like you to stand up and say something about yourself. And I had never had this happen to me before. I never had a room of 200 people all turn around and look at me at the same time. Like the best analogy I could give is like in the old cowboy movies when the bad guy walks in the saloon and everybody stops and turns around. You know, the little tumbleweed flies by. And now I'm faced with the decision of getting up and finding out what the fuck do I say? Because now questions are going through my head. Like, I'm Catholic. Do I mention that? Her family's here. Do I mention that do I introduce myself as a boyfriend? I'm white. Do I apologize for everything? And I'm thinking about so many things, and it's all going through my mind really quickly. And the person whom I love so dearly has the audacity to turn to me, lean in, and go, you know, you don't have to stand up if you don't want to. You don't think so? I don't think you really need an opinion on race or religion to realize how fucked it'd be if I didn't stand up in that moment. Like, honestly, at that point, I have two decisions to make if I don't do it. One, I say something equally as horrible to own the decision I've just made, or I leave and I don't talk to anyone again. Basically, that's all I have.